Alright, this is kind of awkward, but I didn't realize there was actually a prologue game. So yeah, I guess I better get around to playing that. It should be pretty short. Not sure how I'm going to include it in the actual playlist. Maybe as part 0? Hi there, Rue669. I'm George Alexandros, also known as Rue669. Thanks for downloading the prologue to Elohim Eternal the Babel Code. The prologue is meant to give you a preview of what you can expect from the full game. It doesn't have all the features, such as some gameplay mechanics and none of the original soundtrack. Regardless, you'll get a good feel of the game, as well as the story, setting, and characters, which is the main aspect of the game. Please enjoy this prologue. It takes place one day before the events of the full game. Before he loses his arm, so he must equip a sword again. Thanks very much. Strange. The dev told me about Babel Code, but I don't think they told me about the prologue in the email. Huh. Father, so much time has passed. It's been over a decade since your death at the battle at Mount Sinai. What the? He's actually slashing on the field. Does that mean it's an action RPG? I curse all Cainites for what they did to you. For what they did to all Idinites. Lamech said he wanted to train with me by the hillside overlooking the Reed River. Oh no, do I have to do the dueling system? I'm gonna have to reload and try again over and over until I get it right. He mentioned that he has something important he wants to talk to me about. Could it be about joining him and the other judges at Mount Sinai tomorrow? He better not tell me to stay behind. I can't do that. I have to go to Mount Sinai. I have to go see the place where my father laid down his life. Reed River? Wait a minute, I just realized, isn't this where the treasure is buried? Maybe if I find the treasure in the prologue, I don't have to find it in the main game? Nah. Leave it off. No, he's not gonna let me retreat. Level 1 soldier with a sword. And he's got his 2 basic elements and no divinities. The Reed River will always be a calming place for us Idinites. It's said that the judges used the Reed River for sanctuary against the Cainites during the war. Everyone knows the Cainites can't stand water. They sink to the bottom with their metal bodies. But what about Rufia? She's half Cainite. Only 5? Rip off. Red and blue Chris. Wreck. Some judges passed through here not too long ago. They were young and causing quite the ruckus. They might have been drinking. Oh no. I don't attract Shadim with all their noise. Why are they so loud? I am the faintest. The younger judges tend to lack discipline. Maybe it's because the war of the Cainites is over. The sole purpose of the judges is to fight Cainites. But with no more Cainites to fight, what is the judge supposed to do? I didn't know there were Shadim here. It seems Shadim are everywhere these days. And they've become more aggressive. Don't tell me, but because we defeated the Cainites, that means that the Cainites won't be around to keep the Shadim population under control? Is that how it works? Yeah, since the Shadim are hostile towards Cainites as well. Be careful. Dang it. I see you have a sword. Keep it close. Keep it close, she says. That's a foreshadowing, huh? Look out for them. Thank you. You're most welcome. May the cosmic creators watch over you. Oh no. It's a plant-based one. There's someone out there. But who's that with him? Wait. That's a Shadim. Get away, you damn beast. Away. Are you hurt? Who are you? Are you a judge of Idin? Not yet. I'm just a soldier. But that's enough to take care of the Shadim. Do you have a Reha? A Reha? No. I wasn't expecting to run any aggressive Shadim. You should carry a full stack. I'll give you the Reha I have. Use it on the enemy to learn its weaknesses. It's probably weak to fire because it's a plant type, but who knows. We'll kiss away the victories in using the enemy's weakness against them. If you do, you'll have the opportunity to strike the enemy again. Exploit the enemy weaknesses, blah blah blah. 7 in total. Okay, my only Reha. I knew it was fire. I should just used fire. I should have went with my gut and used fire to save on the Reha. This thing is so fast. Godly! You're finished! Why do they use melee in cutscenes, but in the actual battle they only use magic? Seems kind of like a strange design choice. Hold on. I thought he had me. You're quite the fighter. Who are you? I'm Joshua Asa, a soldier of Idin. Asa? That name sounds familiar. Was your father Doran Asa? Yes. Do you know him? We fought together. You're a judge? What kind of judge? Not anymore. What kind of judge has trouble with a Shadim? It wasn't even that strong. Literally one-shotted. The war is over, so I suppose you retired your sword. No. I gave up being a judge before the war was over. I gave up my sword when my daughter died. I'm sorry. Thank you. It's been almost 20 years since she died and I haven't been able to let go. I know how you feel. I can't let go of my father's death either. I refuse to. Yes, I can see the fire in your eyes. Just now, when you spoke of your father's death, I heard an edge to your tone. Sharp as a knife's blade. Don't make the memory of your father full of anger. How did he die? The Infernos. He died in the Battle of Mount Sinai. I see. Many lives were lost in that battle. If your father really is such a legendary warrior, I feel like only the Infernos would be able to take him out. I'm sorry to hear that. Seems we both lost people that we dear to us. We've all been touched by the war. I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind accompanying me. Will you be but you won't even fight alongside me, will you? Unless you're a guest member of all the elements. Accompanying you? Where? I've been holding on to my daughter's death for so long. It's time to finally let go. There's a place she and I would go when she was little. I want to spread her ashes there. I thought I could do it on my own, but I'm not as strong as I used to be. You want me to protect you from Shadim? Yes. And I could use the company. I'll pay you. Keep your shekels. I'll do it. Hopefully I'm not taking you away from someone. I'm meeting my uncle by the hillside overlooking the Reed River. I know it. It's close to where I'm headed. Then we might as well get going together. Agreed. And here. A Divine Crystallos? Equip it in your Kosha and you can use it against any Shadim we run into. Thank you. But he didn't have it at the beginning of the game. The main game. But wait. I don't even know your name. My name is Tobit. It's nice to meet you, Joshua Asa, son of Doran Asa. So, which one is it? Wild Waste. Of course it is. I have to use it up. That means I need multiple copies I want to teach it to multiple people, unfortunately. Red Crescent Reha. Oh good, there is a healing point. The Oak of Moray. You can recover. But we cannot buy that many things because it's not the full game yet. We can only get consumables here. Oh, there's no quest log, so am I supposed to go north or south first? Okay, dead end on the north. Oh, of course there's two of them this time. Mago's coat. Why couldn't you keep this on you? Why couldn't you keep this on you for the main game? Ruach? Behind the scenes, Elohim Eternal borrows heavily from Judeo-Christian symbolism and themes. I'm not just throwing in these symbols because they think they're cool. Prior to playing and writing the game, I spent years absorbed in biblical scholarship. I want to try to understand what the heck this weird and strange thing called the Bible is all about. Some of my research came from Michael Heiser's The Unseen Realm, as well as the Bible Project and the Bible for Normal People podcast. How ancient people lived and what influenced their beliefs fascinates me. And the more I learn about the Bible, the more I realize that the biblical writers themselves were literary ninjas, using symbols and metaphor and story to get important theological points across. Red Chris. Bazak? An elemental Crystallos. Electric. Okay. I'm guessing I'm gonna run to something that's weak to thunder soon. The Cosmic Couriers formed us the Idinites, fashioning us into their own likeness. They breathed life into us and taught us the evils of Ahix and the joy, glory, and beauty of Hosanna. But we should not be afraid of Ahix and his abominations, the Cainites. The Cosmic Couriers gifted us our Koshin, the bed to our chest, where crystals can be inserted, bestowing us with powerful magia to thwart any threat. We're not alone, and we're not without power. The fact that it's embedded in you at the moment you're born, yeah, it's kind of grim that you're basically created for war the moment you're born. Cosmic Couriers who live in the Kingdom of Heaven created us and gave us the power to defeat Cainites. I've had this Koshin in my chest since I was born. It's grown with me and it'll die with me. Without it, I wouldn't be able to use magia. Zophos. There we go. Behind the scenes, Xenogears, the amazing 1998 PlayStation game from Square Enix that Tetsuya Takahashi directed, was a massive influence for Elohim Eternal. Xenogears is and always will be my all-time favorite game. Its mature themes, beautiful music, awesome mechas, and terrific science fantasy world made a huge impact on my life. While Xenogears is the main influence for Elohim Eternal, both the Shin Megami Tensei series and Horizon Zero Dawn also played a role. The Shin Megami Tensei series influenced Elohim Eternal's combat system, which relies heavily on taking advantage of enemy weaknesses. In Horizon Zero Dawn, influenced the setting of Elohim Eternal, mixing ancient civilizations with futuristic technology. Sickle Sword. Oh, if only I could get this in the main game. Well, actually, it's probably not that powerful compared to my current equipment in the main game, since I already got far enough to get the shop unlocked. What the? A cutscene? Judges! Wait, Joshua! Hail, fellow judges! Fellow judges? Who are you? You're not a judge, you're a soldier! Not yet, but one day I will be. Heh, Whitebar, the war is over. There's nothing left for us judges but to wait for the Cosmic Couriers to bring us the Kingdom of Heaven. You don't know that for sure. They created these people for war, but without the war, what do they have? They're struggling to find their purpose. There could still be Cainite somewhere. Perhaps in the Abzu. Are you deaf, boy? The Watchmen haven't seen any Cainites in years. Come, Joshua. Let's leave this man alone. Yeah, leave us to our merrymaking. We're celebrating the end of the war. There is still... Leave it, Joshua. Hold it. I know you. Damn. As I live in brief, it's Tobit. Tobit? We thought you had gone off to some ditch and died. Tobit? What's going on? Well, as you can see, gentlemen, I'm very much alive. If you'll excuse us. Not so fast. Why not drink with us? You're my hero. I had so much respect for you when I was just a soldier like your friend here. And why do you punch him? I'm not thirsty, but thank you. I'll leave cursed Tobit alone. Cursed? I'll leave him alone, alright. What's your problem? Back off, boy. My brother died because of your disgraceful family. I'm glad your bitch of a daughter killed herself. What? Got nothing to say? I'm sorry your brother died. Many lives were lost in the war. He was slaughtered, but at least he stayed to fight. It's more than I can say for Neyta. She should have died alongside her comrades, fighting for the Cosmic Couriers. Instead, she disgraced herself. Disgraced your whole cursed family. You're worse than the Cainites. Hey! Come on now. Shut up. Have you said what you wanted to say? Yes? Good. Come, Joshua. Let's leave these men to their merrymaking. Apologies for the intrusion. You think you can just walk away? Tobit! Bastard! Just because I'm not a judge anymore doesn't mean I can't teach you a lesson. Have you had enough? We'll leave you be. Thank you. If you're that strong, fight alongside me. I need a DPS. That was amazing. Tobit, are you alright? I shouldn't have done that. I'm not the judge I once was. Just give me a moment, please. Of course. I know you want to ask, Joshua. You won't offend me. Your daughter was a judge too. Yes. Her name was Neyta. Honestly, she didn't want to be a judge. Not even a soldier. But I pushed her into it. How? I was a difficult parent. I wanted her to follow in my footsteps. I knew the moment she was born that I wanted her to be a judge. Not once I asked her if it was what she wanted. She joined the academies and trained. Her abilities were less than average, but because of who I was and my status with the Council of Judges, Neyta graduated first in her class. I could see that she wasn't good with a sword, and yet I refused to believe she wasn't fit to be a judge. I thought she lacked confidence in that if she became a warrior and later a judge, that she'd grow into a warrior like me. But she never did. She did become a judge, but only because I had made so. Her mother wanted her to quit. Even some judges tried to persuade me that she wasn't ready, but I refused to listen to them. I was so wrong. I gave her command of soldiers and judges, and they took to the battlefield. Her first battle ever, and she was leading men and women against the Cainites, an enemy she had grown up fearing and hating at the same time. What happened? What do you think? She panicked. Her fear got the best of her, and she ran. She abandoned her duties as a judge and ran, leaving those in her charge without a leader. They all died. That judge's brother was among them. The Cainites slaughtered every single one of them. Only my daughter survived. She came back in tears, shaking my arms. She could barely tell me what had happened. When we found out, everything was over. She was branded a traitor. She was stripped of her rank. Her disgrace was known to the people at home, even the people at home. She was ostracized. Worse, she was viewed as an enemy of the Idinites. They all hated her. She could not leave her home. She was utterly alone. What did you do? In that moment I hated her too. My own daughter. Tobit. Her disgrace was like a poison. Instead of standing by her, I scorned her. The pain, the guilt, the shame. It finally drove her to suicide. I'm so sorry. She was denied a proper burial, wasn't she? That's why you have her ashes. Yes. I tried my hardest to give her what I thought she needed. I fought so hard for her, but it was all too late. I too was hated among the judges. I gave up my sword and came back home. I cremated my daughter and have had her ashes with me all these years. What about your wife? She left me. She couldn't be associated with someone like me. She blamed me for her daughter's death and hated the shame I brought to our family. I had not seen or spoken to her since. You've been all alone this whole time. Until now, with you. If you want to leave, you can. I understand. The Cosmic Creators would likely place me and my daughter together with the Cainites. But you're an Idinite. They made you. You're their son, just as I am. I betrayed them and raised a disgraceful daughter. And now I'm trying to give my daughter the best kind of burial I can think of. The Cosmic Creators are not happy with me. I'm sorry I lied to you. I should have told you from the start. No, it's... Yes, the Cosmic Creators are harsh, but they're also forgiving. You think so? I do. Then tell me, Joshua, why aren't any of their children forgiving? Aren't we supposed to be made in their image? Don't worry about it. You're too young to philosophize, and you're not a prophet. No, I'm not. But I do know what's right and wrong, and leaving you alone out here where Shadim could attack you is wrong. I'll see you to where you want to go. Like you said, we're going to the same place, and I like your company. Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, too much of a warrior culture can be pretty toxic. Reha. Behind the scenes, Eternal Elohim is intended to be an epic saga told through 6 games. All 6 games are fully planned and written, and even some of the assets are already completed. Let's just say the final bosses are done. In between each game lies the potential for side stories to tell the tale of our characters in the game world. There's so much I want to share with you. What keeps me going in-game development are all the set pieces and twists and revelations I have planned that are sure to bring players deeper into the story world and characters of Elohim Eternal. I'm so glad to have you along in this journey. 6 is pretty ambitious, huh? Does the 6 count shorter In between each game lies the potential for side stories. Does that include the prologue here? Does that count as one of the 6, or is it not included among that number? What the? It's raining. Damn it! I was hoping it wouldn't rain. We're almost there. Let's keep going. The rain will likely stop soon. Are you certain you can handle it? Don't worry. I'm not made of salt. I won't melt. Very well. Let's go. Is there some kind of environmental effect gimmick that I'm not aware of? A bird. Artifact discovered. Wood carving. We didn't have to collect multiple pieces this time. A wood carving made in the likeness of an Idinite judge. During the War of the Cainites, the judges often made wood carvings of themselves to send their children. With the carving, the child would feel safe knowing their parents were out there protecting them from the Cainite. Okay, leveled up. And 2 places I can go. Leather boots. Behind the scenes, Originally, I planned Elohim Eternal to be a love story. I had this idea of lovers in past lives. Considering the influence Xenogears had on me, this is no surprise. But now I want to tackle bigger themes on religion and theology. It doesn't say there won't be a love interest, but I want the themes in Elohim Eternal to raise questions humanity has been asking since the dawn of time. Where did we come from? Did God create us? Why is there suffering in this world? Does this God even love us? Why do people kill for this God? What does it mean to have faith? Yes, this game will borrow heavily from Judeo-Christian theology, but my intention isn't to preach, rather to explore and question and engage in meaningful dialogue. Okay, I better put on these boots, because these guys are outspeeding me for some reason. That one looks different. It must be a boss? Oh, wow, that thing is super strong. What the hell? But I know it's weak to fire. Dark Node? Ugh. Dare I use a divinity? I don't know if it'll be enough. I feel like I need to get to at least halfway before I can even think about using a divinity to finish it. Cost me a lot, though.
Emotional, damn it!
Why is it so strong? Does that mean there's gonna be guys like that in the main game too? Red Chris. Thus spoke Adam and Eve. The Cosmo Creator spoke to the great forefather Abram. Protect the kingdom of heaven, the everlasting light from the evil of Ahix and his abominations of Cainites. A decree from the heavens, a holy mission. We the Idinites shall judge the Cainites for their sin against the Cosmo Creators and Hosanna, creator of all. Adam and Eve are the one that names the Cosmo Creators are known by. They sit on the throne of the kingdom of heaven, watching over creation. They were there when Hosanna created the planets and fought against Ahix. Oh, because my armor regenerates LP, it actually regenerates while walking around as well. Problem is my NP does not regenerate. Okay, good, there's an Oak of Moray here. Behind the scenes. I started creating games when I was a teenager. I always wanted to make my own turn-based RPG. Naturally, I was a Final Fantasy fanboy back in the 90s. However, I eventually left game making and focused all my time and attention into writing fiction. I read tons of books on writing, took online courses, published short stories. I even attended the Writing Excuses retreat and got the first chapter of my manuscript reviewed and critiqued by the famed fantasy and science fiction writer Brandon Sanderson. Eventually, I came back to game making, back to the story I had planned in my head since I was 16 years old. Only now I was equipped with better storytelling techniques. There's two paths. But there's no arrow for the north path. That's so weird. Maybe that's where Mount Sinai is. This is the way to my Uncle Amek. We have to go further east to get to where Tobit needs to be. Yes, I knew it. Is there no boss here? I never found that treasure spot that should have been this region. Could be a different river. The rain stopped. Thank the Cosmo Creators. We made it. Are you alright? I'm just glad we finally made it. I never would have made it here without you, Joshua. Thank you. You're welcome. I used to bring Neyta here when she was a little girl. She liked that it was quiet and private. She thought it was our secret place where she could be herself and not worry about anything else. I wonder if she came here after her banishment from the judges. The Cainites are to blame for this. No, that's too easy, Joshua. It's my fault. I love my daughter, but I love the version of her I dreamed of in my head. I didn't love her for who she was. I ignored that part of her. And now the cosmic creators have cursed me for it. Surely cursed me. There's something more? There is more. I don't understand. I'm sick, Joshua. I've been for several months now. The sickness is my punishment for what I did to Neyta. Sick how? With a cancer that's eating my lungs. Oh, Tobit, I'm so sorry. Don't be. I deserve this fate. Can you do me one last favor? Of course. Can you spread my daughter's ashes for me? Over the waters. I'm afraid I do not have the strength left. I'd be honored to. Thank you. She's finally free. May Hosanna guide your spirit to Sheol. And you too. Joshua, listen to me. I see the anger and fear in your eyes. I've noticed it since the first time we met when you fought off the Jehudan. You hate what happened to your father. You blame the Cainites for everything. That hate fills your heart. If it wasn't for the Cainites, my father would still be alive. Let go of your anger. Just love your father. Miss him. Remember him. Don't let his death dominate your thoughts and actions. I don't know if I can. You can. You must. He wouldn't want this. Trust me, I knew our father. He spoke highly of you. He did? Oh yes, he loved you. And you wanted to know something? What? He didn't want this life for you. He didn't want you to grow up with hate for the Cainites like he did. He wanted you to live a normal, happy life. Thank you, Tobit. Now go. Let me die alone in this place of happy memories. I can stay. You've done your lion's share. You've given me a great gift today. But won't you be in pain? Aren't you scared of dying alone? I'm not alone. I never was. Now go. You mustn't keep your uncle waiting. I've got to get to Lamech. Oh, that smells like a boss. There's no music. Uncle, I was wondering where you were. Sorry I'm late. Might as well head right into your training then. Do you mind if we hold off for now? Something on your mind? I just want to enjoy the view for a little while. I've spoken with Gemara. You'll be joining us tomorrow on the expedition under Mount Sinai. It's been years. It has. We can finally cross the gap left over by the Infernos and the battle at Mount Sinai. Are you worried? No, just... I don't know. It was the last place my father was before he died. I won't let anything happen to you. Stick with me and you'll be fine. Thank you, Uncle, but I can take care of myself. I know, but still. There's too much unknown about Mount Sinai. Uncle, do you know a judge by the name of Tobit? Tobit? Yes, I do know him. He was a good warrior, very brave. He has a daughter, if I recall, but I don't remember what happened to him. Why do you ask? I just met some judges on the way here talking about him. They seem to think he was a traitor. Don't believe everything you see or hear. These young judges weren't even part of war. They lack experience. Tobit was a good judge, and he fought for the cosmic creators for truth everlasting. I think so too. Are you ready to begin? Not yet. Can you tell me stories about my father? Oh, stories I have about him. We'll be here all day and night. Fine by me. I just want to remember him for who he was, not for how he died. Well, there was that time when we were children. The journey continues in Babel code. Okay, that was a pretty short prologue. Hi there. Me again, Roost669. Thank you for playing the prologue to Elohim Eternal of the Babel Code. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a small taste of what to expect. Please wishlist Elohim Eternal of the Babel Code so you can be notified when the game is released. I plan to release the game in early 2023. Thank you very much. Would you like to wishlist? I literally already have it in my library. Maybe another time. Yeah, that was quite something. Yeah, that side quest where we learn a bit more about that individual judge Tobit. Well, not so much a side quest as a main quest, since it is Canaan that we did it. Huh, there was no boss, but there was that weird mini-boss enemy that I was able to kill off with the Wild Waste skill. Definitely way weaker than Tomo. Yeah, this. Yeah, unlike the main game, there's a lot of the lore in this one tells us about the author's own thought process when making the game, and as well as their inspirations, or what steps they took to gain their storytelling skills. Well, in the main game, it's focused solely on the lore. Alright, well that's it for the prologue. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and maybe try it out for yourself, since the prologue is actually free.